Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you all. Okay, when we were last together, we talked about our final piece of art. And today you are going to get to share your art here on our Zoom. When it is your turn, I want you to hold up your art so that we can see it. And then I want you to just talk about it a little bit. What did you include? What does the quote say in case it's small and we can't read it? And what elements of art you included. So I'm going to type that in the chat also. So here, please tell us. So screen. What quote says. Used. Theme or emotion were you trying to express? There we go. Okay. So first we will have people share their art, and then I will talk to you about writing your artist statement. We will not have regular class together on Wednesday, but you will all be here in this class so that we can do our MAP test, okay? And your artist statement isn't going to be due until the end of the week, so you will have some time to do that right up. I already just posted the assignment for it this morning, but you'll have that information, okay? If your piece of art is not quite finished, this is what you need to do. You need to finish it as soon as you can, and then you need to take a picture of it and send the picture to my email, okay, if it's not quite finished. Or if you are really far behind, you might want to email me and reach out and talk to me about your time frame, and then we can go from there, okay? Does anybody have any questions before we get started?
What order are we going in? Like, are we like going alphabetical or something?
No, not necessarily. I'll just ask people who wants to go, and I'll make a little list. But first I have to get my gradebook open so that I can give you some feedback on your poster. Okay. Yes. Okay, so raise your hand if you are ready to present, and I will make a list in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna go Gabe, and Liam, and Izzy. I got you. Oh, what happened? Ah, it went. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna make this again. Okay. I got all jacked up because I. It like started like only going to the individual people. Angus, yes, you can. Not that guys. I can list one right now. Okay. All right, we'll go there. Oh, here comes Danny. Yay! All right, so we'll start with that, and then we'll go from there. So, Gabe, do you have the ability to turn your screen on, or do you want me to share the picture that you emailed me?
Can you share it? My screen goes black whenever I turn it on.
I can. Let me pull it up really fast. Okay, here we go. All right, tell us all about it, Gabe.
I guess it's just my quote was just more be happy, so it's focus on the good and not the bad. So then on the left side it shows like a sun, a flowers, and on the right it shows like lightning and storming. So that's not very fun. And then I used line, color, form, and shape.
Nice. Line, color, form, and shape. Very nicely done. Good job. Okay, excellent. Yay. Okay, Jacob is up next.
I'm gonna need just a second to find it. Here we go.
Nice. Okay.
So kind of like it's a lot like Gabe's, which is really funny. I did not mean to do that.
That's okay.
This side says good days give you happiness and joy, and this side says bad days give you experience.
Nice.
It's literally almost exactly like Gabe's, just without the same quote. A little bit different.
That's awesome. Isn't it funny how we can come up with similar ideas? Jacob, what elements of art did you use?
Line, form, color.
I see some shapes.
Yeah, shape.
Nice. Great job. Okay. Nice. Good job. Okay. Mira.
Okay, so second, pull it back a bit. This is mine. It says life is your adventure, so go for it.
How is that so good? That's awesome.
I put a camera just kind of because like it's kind of like a really good movie, I guess, with everything in it. So that's why. So the elements of art I have, it's falling here, are line, shape, texture, and color. So like shape because the camera's square, line because like I've got lots of different fonts, and color because why not tell that I've like some yellow shading to make it brighter, and then like yellow down there, and texture because my camera actually like looks like it has texture. Doesn't, but yeah, that's mine.
Nice job, Mira. Okay, next up is Liberty.
Okay, so it's gonna be hard a little to see, but this is mine, and the quote says "Yobi," and it's a Korean word, which means the sun through the rain. So that's what I wrote right here. And the elements of art I used are line, color, and value because if you can see up here, it starts out dark blue. It's really hard to see through the camera, I can tell,
That's okay.
but then it cascades down and it's supposed to look like it's raining right here. But again, you can't see that. And the emotion I was trying to express was sort of that like perseverance that you can sort of get through hard things.
Nice job. You guys are doing so great. Okay, Landon is up next.
Okay, so what I drew was one candle can light 1,000 more candles. think like 1,000 more. And basically I just drew one candle and then a bunch of candles in the background.
Very cool. Awesome. Okay, tell us what elements of art you used, Landon.
Well, I used shape and color. I also used space because this one's in front of all the others, and then there's also shadows of them. And then I also used line to outline the candles and stuff before, and also on the pessimist one, there's like I drew some more.
Awesome. Great job.
Also the lighter stem thing is,
Cool.
and then yeah, that's kind of.
That's awesome. Great job, Landon. Nicely done. Okay, Liam is up next.
Okay, so for my quote, I did, if you have a bad day, don't worry, bogus got pal. So for me, it just represents my love of snowboarding. And so it's kind of like, because at the end of my days, if they weren't the best, I can go to bogus and it just makes everything better for me. So I chose a lot of different fonts and chose to cram it up at the top because that's kind of like your head on the way up. And then at the bottom, really just the simplicity of just you and the powder. And don't know why, but I drew a snowboarding bear because why not? For the elements of art, I did line, shape, color, and I guess you could say texture. So yeah.
And you have some positive and negative space, especially with the way that you colored in the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great, Liam. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Oh, guys, I love these. They're so awesome. Okay. Next up, we have Ollie, and then Alicia, then Izzy, Bodie, and then I think Andrea, maybe. So next up is Ollie.
Now this is mine.
Awesome.
What is the most certain way to succeed is just to try one more time. That kind of relates because I skateboard and I can't do something I try. And I use a lot of elements of art like form, because this is 3D, and color, and line.
I like how you drew the little people skateboarding too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice job, Ollie. Okay, so up next is going to be Alicia.
Okay. This is my artwork. It says, we think the meaning of life, we think the ultimate question is the meaning of life, but the true ultimate question is why. But it's just
No, it looks, yeah, I could see it when you had it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a big question mark because it's the ultimate question.
Yeah.
I was just like, I need something in the background. And then I did a bunch of blending in the back. And I put this in bold letters. You can't really see it, but there's a yellow fading. It's hard to see. You can see it there, but it fades out. That's my lighting. See, oh yeah, you can see it a little better now. And the elements of art, I used shapes for the giant shape in the background and the little ones in the corner. And I used color, there's a lot of color. And then I used line. I outlined everything. Sharpie, especially those to make them look really bold. And the emotion, The emotion is kind of in the eye of the beholder. It's kind of like calm, and then bam.
Nice. Nice job, Alicia. Okay, next up we have Izzy and Bodhi, and then who wants to go after that? Andrea, did you want to go after that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so then Andrea, who wants to go after Andrea? Okay, then we'll have Theo, and then Danny, and then Zeke. Okay, we'll go to that point. Okay, Izzy is up next.
Okay, so my quote is today you are you, and that is truer than true.
Hang on one quick second, really quickly.
I think someone got COVID or something. Because why else would she be putting on her mask?
There's probably
Because someone's in the room.
Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for your patience for a second. Sorry, one of the administrators came in really fast to ask. I wanted to just ask a question, clarifying question. Okay, so sorry, Izzy. Go ahead. I will give the time to you so that you can share your poster. Go ahead.
So, my quote is today you are you, and that is truer than true. Where is no one else youer than you? It's by Dr. Seuss.
Cute.
So you can kind of see that there's some fading. So it goes from red to orange to yellow to purple to pink.
Mm-hmm.
Sun here. I chose this quote because it's kind of like just being yourself, and it doesn't matter if no one else likes that. It's just being yourself and caring what you think, and not anyone else. So I kind of did some fading there, and then I have lines coming out of my circle here, which is my sun. So in mine, I have line and shape and color. My line is the lines coming out of the sun, and then my shape is my circle, and then I have some color here. And then I also kind of have a little bit of texture because of the wording. So some are bolded than others. So today R is you and you are bolded. So I have a little bit of texture there.
Nice job, Izzy. Okay, next up is Bodhi.
So this is mine. So I did determination because whenever I try learning a trick and don't get it, I just keep on trying. So that's mine. I have color. I'll say line with my font and shape with the wheels.
Nice job, Bodhi. Okay, Andrea. Andrea, do you have the ability to turn your camera? Oh, there you are. Okay, cool.
So this is my art piece. It says separate we are a flicker, but together we are a blaze. And then I use line, shape, form. I don't really use form. I think I use texture because the pencil down here is like rougher than the colored
pencil. And if value is like shading, then I guess I use that here.
Yep.
And I think I also use space with this.
Mhm.
Also, I lost my black colored pencil, so I just used charcoal right here.
That works. That's a great way to solve that problem. Good job. Okay, next up is EO.
So what I did, well, it's kind of small, it's kind of hard to see. When I like started to draw it, I was like, oh, it's pretty small. But what mine is, it's like an office area.
Mhm.
I did not have time to color it yet. But it's an office area, and in the computer it says, "Don't be busy, be productive." And
Very
so
cool. Okay, so when you get it totally finished, then you can snap a picture of it. You may want to use that as a rough draft and then start on a new page, make a bigger one so that it takes up that whole space.
Okay.
But that is a really cool quote that you have, and I like the ideas that you have so far. That's awesome. Okay, Danny is up next.
So for mine, I did a football field.
Very
And then
cool.
the quote is, when life throws you a ball, go to it. And then I used shape, color, form, and line.
Oh, it's cool, Danny. I like how you separated the letters in the middle of the field there. That looks really cool.
Thanks.
Nice job. Andrea, did you have a quick question?
Yeah, I did. Do you have yours ready? I kind of want to see the coffee.
Oh, so I didn't end up going with the coffee idea after all, but maybe I'll see if I can put something together just for you later this week. I will show you what I did come up with. Okay, Zeke.
Okay, so mine is lemonade, and it says, "Don't fill your cup up with sorrow, fill it up with happiness."
Oh.
And then so there's a picture, and then glass. And then I did blue shading outside of it. So that would be shape, color, and
Line. Maybe some texture.
Zeke, you're muted.
Oh yeah, you muted. There you go.
Texture.
There you go. Cool. Awesome. Good job. Okay. Who else is ready to share? Who else did I miss? Aubrey, go ahead. And then Nora.
Hi everyone. I came up with the quote myself, and it says, "If you're stuck in the dark, don't be afraid to look for the light." And I actually drew inspiration from a lot of places. One of the main places where I drew inspiration was actually from my past experiences. I'm not going to name any names, of course, but I used to have an abusive teacher, and I just always felt so powerless, and it really had me struggle. So the two girls in the drawing represent a younger and older version of me. The older version, me right now, you can tell because, well, part bleached hair. And I just looking back on it, it kind of represents that I can help myself, and I'm not powerless. But the main place where I drew inspiration was from a song called "Help Me" on YouTube. It's a YouTube thing. It's a YouTube channel that's trying to bring back swing in a modernized way from the past 100 years. And this is where I drew inspiration because because in the animation, the girl, she's also dealing with a lot of emotional trauma and stress. So and 7-year-old me can relate to that on a number of levels.
Awesome. That's so great, Aubrey. Nice job.
I use color, lines, shape, and form.
Nice. Great job.
I suggest you search on YouTube Oreo Help Me because it's a really good song.
Awesome. Okay, next up is Nora.
Here's mine. You probably can't see it that well.
Yeah, I can see it great.
It's kind of dark. And it's be the change you want to see in the world. And it made change extra big because it's change that should stand out. And then on the world, I mean on like the actual world, not the word, I faded different types of greens and different types of blues. Probably can't see the blues that well. And then I have little speech bubbles coming out of it that show like people trying to make a change. Like there's a heart, there's like a rainbow, something crossed out. Yeah. And then my 4 elements of art, I wrote them down, are color because I shaded it, shape from the letters, space because I made it stay white, and then texture from the shading again.
Awesome. Great job, Nora. Okay, great. Is there anybody else that's ready to share that wants to share? Tao, go ahead.
Okay, so this is mine.
Look at all that color.
And it says, and basically the quote that I used was basically, it says almost there, which is supposed to like be like, it's supposed to be like courage or bravery or determination. And then I have like, there's like space down here, and then in like the ocean area, and there's line and color, and then there's shape because there's a lot of shapes.
And you definitely have a lot of form too because you've made a lot of them look three-dimensional.
Yeah. But yeah, that's mine pretty much.
Great job, Tao. Nicely done. That's awesome. You guys, I'm so proud of you. All right, is there anybody else that wants to share theirs? I think that, okay, I don't see anybody else that wants to share theirs. Okay, so if you didn't share yours now, oh, Greta, you want to share yours?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So my quote is,
oh, you muted. There you go.
when you push through life and live through things that they say are impossible, you can do anything. This was my my poster. The inspiration behind this quote was my aunt. She has cancer that cannot be cured. So, and she's lived through a lot of different things that doctors say are impossible. Then the elements I used were shading in the heart, form in the the shape around the heart, and then
maybe some texture, some color.
Yeah, definitely color.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome, Greta. Thank you. That's a hard thing. Yeah, I know my friend, her mom just passed away this weekend because of cancer, and that's really hard. Okay, everybody else needs to take a photo of their piece of art and email it to me as soon as it's finished. Okay, I'm going to share a couple of things with you really fast here. 1 second. Excuse me. What? Ollie, you okay, honey?
He's just calling our dog. He wants
Okay.
to show you guys our dog.
Oh, okay. Oh, why is this not working? Oh, what is going on here? Sorry, I'm just trying to this for you so that you can make a copy of it. Oh my gosh, this is very frustrating. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to fix this because it's not working right now. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna talk about your artist statement. Okay, so once I get the file working properly, I don't know why it isn't. You guys have a link here to your artist statement, and you're going to use this sheet to write your artist statement. And I am trying to make it so that I can add a file so that you can just type into it, but it's being done. So your artist statement is basically a written summary of your piece of art, and it has 4 parts that you need to address. So the first one is just describing the artwork, telling us what the content of it is, basically what is in your piece of art. Ollie, you have a very cute dog, but I want you to pay attention so that I can explain how to do your artist statement. So the first thing is just describing your artwork. What do we see in it? Oh, well, we see 2 people riding on a skateboard or whatever. Or if there was a particular subject or person and kind of what your brainstorm idea was. Then you need to explain the emotions, meanings, and messages that your artwork communicates. What was your intention? What was your intended message that you wanted to try to express? Even if audience members might interpret it different ways, like what are all the things that you were trying to communicate? And then you need to connect and explain your artistic choices with your meaning. So I chose to draw these 2 figures smiling to show joy. Bright colors feel happy and show energy. I wanted people to think about their own success, so I didn't use a recognizable team color, for example. So there are little examples in these bubbles here. And then you need to just describe and explain what elements of art you included. So what colors or lines or shapes. So for example, I used yellow and orange to express joy. The wavy lines in the background represent whatever and the people waving. So you're going to have some crossover between 3 and 4. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to edit this task so that I can add this template that I made for you right here, but it won't give me the option of making it a copy for everyone. So I might have to make a whole new task, which is very frustrating to me. Okay, let's delete this. And make a new one. Delete that. I'll just get rid of it and we'll make a new one. Here we go. Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed that the poster is a summative and then this is also a summative. So we're having summative.
No, they're just one and the same. It's just that in Google Classroom, I put them on separately so that you'd have the instructions and the details separate.
Okay, because a summative after a summative.
Let's see if it will do it now. So this one is the resource document. And this one is hopefully going to be the one that you can type into. Yay! It's going to be due on Friday. Okay, yay! I'm going to send it to my classes now. There we go. All right, so now you should be able to go in and access this artist statement template. This one. And this is going to give you the information, and then you'll be able to type in blah, 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 whatever it is, and put your name on it. Okay. All right, questions about your artist statement. So your artist statement is designed, oh, thank you, Angus. Your artist statement is going to give you the opportunity to explain your artistic intention. And basically what you did just now when you shared it out with us, you're going to tell us what is in your art, what elements you included, what mood and emotion and theme. You want it to be very detailed. The more detail, the better. Andrea has a question.
For the paper, are we doing the artist statement from our art piece?
Yes.
Or a different one? Okay.
Nope, you are writing your own artist statement based upon your own inspirational poster. So that's why they're technically one summative project. There's just two pieces to it. Okay, other questions? Other questions? Okay, then I'm going to give you the last few minutes of class to begin working on your artist statement or finishing your piece of art. So I need these people to email me when you get yours finished. Nathan, Sam, EO, Angus, which you just emailed it to me, Oliver, and Bella. Email me a picture of your final poster and then start working on your artist statement. And that will be due on Friday, okay? Any other questions before we go today? Mira.
So I'm kind of confused on the first question.
Okay, so you're just going to describe it. So you're going to say, for example, oh, let me show you mine, and I'll I actually have two. So let me pull this up really fast. Okay. So it's going to be similar to what you just did when you talked about it. So the first question asks you to just describe it. Okay, so in my art piece, I have the word courage, and I have this Gallifreyan art in the background with some color. So it's a really simple description of your piece of art. Okay, then you have to, move my thing here. Okay, then you need to explain the emotions, meanings, and messages that your artwork communicates. So this is where you're talking about the theme. Okay, so in this piece of art, I wanted to express courage in a couple of different ways. And I did it not only with the word courage, but I also did it with this fan art using Gallifreyan. I'm going to show you another piece of art too that is, I think, a little bit better. Ollie had a question.
On the artist name, so it says name. Do you put
your name?
Name slot?
You put your name there.
Oh.
That's just a place for you to write your name. Okay, so here's another one. So in my describe element, I would say in this piece of art, there is a moon, there's a quote, and a flower. So the first piece is just telling us what is there. Okay, you're just describing what is there. And then the second one, you're explaining the emotion, mood, and theme. Well, this is where you get to really expand and say, I was trying to communicate, you know, having self-confidence, and even if things are hard or if life feels dark, we can still find beauty and confidence in all of those things. And I wanted my intention was to communicate that idea of self-confidence and finding beauty in places where, you know, you may not think about looking. So then you're going to talk specifically about each element, like in the quote and in the font, I wanted it to be kind of flowy and highlight that idea of beauty. I used purple to add to like that dark theme and to connect with the moon. I painted the texture using watercolor to really demonstrate what the moon could look like. And all those little tiny pieces. And then you'll just go through and say, you know, I used shape and line, and here's how they connect to my piece. So it might feel repetitive at times, but that's okay. Ollie, did you have another question?
No.
Okay. Any other questions about your artist statement? Everybody who presented today did very well. Everybody got at least a practitioner level 5. So that's really, really good. Okay, so you either got a 5, a 6, or a 7. A couple people got 7s, and I will put that information on your grade as soon as possible. That is all that I have for you today. Please stick around if you have any other questions. You guys are amazing. Oh, their light went off. And I will see you again. Some of you I'll see in advisory, and I will see you again on Wednesday for our map testing. Bye.